Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas na sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pas isigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simulan. Langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Isang lang matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng barangay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
All right, hi. Good afternoon,
Hi.
everybody, and welcome to CCA's International Chef's Day. We'll be your host for today. I'm Chef Trisha Campo. I'm one of the senior faculty, and of course, let me introduce our program manager for CCA, Chef Jasper
Hi,
Vershon.
good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chef Jasper. So, you'll be the host for this afternoon. So, there's Trisha. Good afternoon. How are
Hi,
you?
good afternoon. I'm so excited. We're actually in the CCA, our theater, where Chef Tito, whom we're going to interview later, is going to show us what they're cooking. It smells so good. I'm kind of being distracted. But first of all, let me remind our participants that you can use your headphones. It's better to use your headphones when we show our food demonstrations for better quality of your audio. Right, Chef Jazz?
Yes. If you have your earphones now, maybe you could use them so that you could hear, all our guest chefs later on. We have 4 guest chefs that we will be interviewing today. They will also be doing their food demonstration, each and every one of them. So this will be an exciting afternoon for everyone, especially to those who are our culinary students and future chefs here in the Philippines.
Right.
So it's
So,
International Chef's Day. So we're
Which-
celebrating this actually this will be celebrated the entire October.
October. So yeah, every year during October, that's when we celebrate our day.
Our day,
Our
yes.
day. All right, but first, let's acknowledge, Chef.
Yeah, we would like to acknowledge our participants, all our CCA employees. We have here our faculties, industry partners, our guest chefs. We would like to acknowledge as well our sponsors, Placement International, National Blade Works, and National Oven. So
Also, to acknowledge our non-CCA community participants, of course, the students from other schools and universities, welcome. Of course, all the employees and chefs from private and government sectors. And of course, you individual business owners, thank you for joining us today.
I think we have a poll question. So everyone here on Zoom,
Let's have our poll question. Miss Jess is our technical. Miss Jess, what's the poll question for today? We're waiting. You guys, oh, is it us or them? Is it us or them? Hi guys, you can hear us, right? Can you hear us?
Yes, hi, Chef
Okay.
Trisha. I'm
All right,
sorry,
Miss
but
Jess.
I was lagged out sa account, so I cannot
Oh.
so sorry, I cannot activate the poll question.
Poll question.
Maybe
Well, we just kind of wanted to know how you guys are doing. Can you give us what was the poll question dapat, Miss Jess? What was the poll question today?
how are they feeling today, Chef Trisha? Like if they feel beautiful, hungry, excited,
You can just
or
ask
maybe we
them,
ask
no?
them Those of you who are feeling excited, can you give us a
Yes.
thumbs up?
Mm-hmm. Or
Those
you
of
can
you who
type
are,
in
Hungry.
one,
Someone
number
said
one.
someone said hungry, who are
And
excited here. Sandra says she's hungry.
feeling
Hungry
really full.
always. So I guess it's hungry. When we attend these things, it makes us more hungry and excited. I'm
Yeah,
actually excited to what the
especially.
chefs are going to demonstrate.
So, yun. So we have our post. I think everyone is excited, Chef Trisha. And I think everyone is really hungry as well to
Right.
see and to watch our guest chefs do their demonstration.
All right, then let's start. Okay, let's start by, of course, I wanted to introduce, to give the welcome remarks, the culinary director of CCA Manila, Chef Philip John Golding. So let's watch his welcome remarks.
A blessed good afternoon to you all. I am honored to give the opening remarks in celebrating our International Chefs Day. The aim of International Chefs Day is to appreciate chefs for their constant effort to serve the best food to people around the world. Every year, the International Chefs Day is celebrated across the globe on the 20th of October to create awareness about the profession and to celebrate it. It was instituted to remind chefs that it was their duty to pass on their knowledge and culinary skills to the next generation of chefs with a sense of pride and commitment to the future. Moreover, besides promoting the importance of a chef, the day also focuses on educating children around the world on eating healthy. As in the last year, the theme of International Chefs Day this year too is healthy food for the future. Though this theme, chefs across the world are spreading the message about the impact and the production and consumption of food and its effect on the environment. How did World Chefs Day come about? In 2004, a famous chef and former president of the World Association of Chefs, the late Bill Gallagher, initiated the International Chefs Day. Since its beginning, the day aims to honor the profession and educate people about healthy food. World Chefs and other chef organizations have been working on educating and creating awareness by the means of fun-filled workshops and events worldwide to impart to children the importance of healthy eating. I am very proud in congratulating the CCA team in putting together such a significant program today and once again fulfilling culinary dreams for our aspiring Filipinos around the world, bringing us all closer together. A big salamat. Thank you in advance for spending and sharing your valuable time with us today. We have an exciting journey ahead, coming full circle and celebrating our 25th anniversary at CCA this year. We salute our graduates, alumni, faculty, and colleagues all around the world. Mabuhay. Happy cooking, flame on. Looking forward to our presentation today. God bless and more power to you all. Thank you. A blessed good afternoon to you all.
Wow, thank you so much, Chef Philip. Thank you so much, Chef Philip. We really miss you here at CCA. So I hope to see you more often here at school. So to meet our chefs, so I think we're all excited, Chef Tisha, right? We're all very excited to meet our guest chefs for this afternoon.
Right, I know I am.
So as we introduce them, so can we have the next slide, please? May we introduce our guest chefs this afternoon. So they will be doing their food demos and we will be hearing a lot about their stories and about their careers as chefs, to inspire our guests this afternoon. So first off, we have Chef Karen Hevroy. Chef Karen is the restaurant manager in El Camino, Sadvika Store Center, Norway. So she's currently working in Oslo, Norway. She has a diploma in culinary management from the Cordon Bleu in London. So hi, Chef Karen. So Chef Karen is, we go way back. Chef Karen is my batchmate in high school. So we were, I think we were classmates in 1 year in high school, actually.
Oh.
So we have Chef Rex de Guzman. So Chef Rex is the owner and Filipino chef in London. He owns Turo Turo Filipino Barbecue and Street Food Stall. So
Exciting.
hi, Chef Rex. Good afternoon.
And welcome.
Welcome. So of course we have here live later on we have Chef Jose Dos Remedios. So he's the Senior Business Development Manager for Rational Philippines. So he graduated BS HRM Institutional Management, major in Culinary Arts in De La Salle College of St. Leon. Hi, Chef Tito. Oh, Chef Tito,
Chef
say hi,
Tito.
Chef.
He's here kasi. No, it's
Hi, Chef.
later.
And then of course we have one of our special guests this afternoon. We have the honor to be here right now, Chef Jaakko Sorsa. So Chef Jaakko Sorsa is the Ocean Table Executive Chef and General Manager, Tasting Kitchen in Hong Kong. He graduated from a culinary school in Helsinki, Finland. So hello, Chef
Hello, Chef
Jaakko.
Jaakko.
So there you go. So I think
Let's bring them to the table.
bring them in. Let's bring them in. We have them on the virtual floor. Maybe we could ask them to interview some questions, no?
All right.
So later on, everyone will have a chance to ask them questions. So that will be our Q&A portion. So
But we just like to get to know them a little bit
yeah,
more.
we want to get to know them a little bit more. That's correct.
So I think on the hi, Chef Rex.
Hi, Chef Rex.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone there in the Philippines.
So Chef Rex, can we ask what company do you work for and how long have you been with the company? Do you have your own company or do you work for a certain company? What do you do there in London particularly? Can you tell us more about what you're doing there?
So I work for myself essentially. I opened Turo, which is my company, in 2018, and I started it off as a street food stall, selling Filipino barbecue and street food. So we were selling mainly chicken inasal as one of our dishes, tocino, and charred aubergine rice bowls in the streets of London. So I'm very proud to be able to serve Filipino street food here in London.
Wow. And do you have like, I'm curious, is it like Filipino customers or do you have other, the other people, foreigners?
Yeah,
Liking our food, they like it?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's actually with street food in particular, it's more non-Filipinos. Of course, we're getting a lot of support from the Filipino community, which is amazing. But it's really good to see non-Filipinos coming to try the food and actually really enjoying it. So it's been an amazing journey so far.
Now I'm so proud for people like you who are really adamant in introducing Filipino food to the world. That's really good. Thank you for that, Chef.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, let's go to Chef Ito. Chef Ito, what is it like working for Rational? What task do your job entails? What do you usually do?
You'll have. He's on mute. So hold on. You're alone there. Right. So a little technical difficulty there. Okay.
I think he's on mute. Chef Jasper, Chef Ito, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, so is that better? Okay. Okay, so going back, for Rational, I'm essentially your local contact here for anything combi steamer related with Rational. What I do is I'm in charge of managing the dealers, and I also conduct demos, application support, so R&D, and training for customers and for Rational combi steamers.
Cool. Thanks, Chef Ito. Hold on.
All right.
Mute the sounds.
It's very interesting that some chefs really work not just in restaurants.
Okay. Sorry, I think so.
So I think we're having some technical difficulty here.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right.
You have to mute that. Okay. Okay, we're good. Go.
All right. So let's go to Chef Jaakko. Chef Jaakko, who or what or who inspired you to be a professional chef?
I think originally it's must be my grandmother. I was always interested, or I was wondering how come her cooking is so much better than somebody else's, but using the same ingredients. So I think that's the original inspiration.
All right. So your mother is your original inspiration, right?
Yes, it's like this what I demonstrate today. It's from my home country, Finland. So it's something very Nordic to show you.
Chefs, are there any challenges in your journey in becoming a professional chef?
I think that not when becoming professional chefs, I think there wasn't too many difficulties. I had work experience before I went to the culinary school, and I have also completed the high school already. So then I knew exactly what I want to do. So then if you are motivated and you know what you like to do, then I didn't, in my path to the chef, I didn't face difficulties, I think, at all. It was all just a joy. But of course, during later on in the past almost 30 years of working life, there's been various challenges.
Lots of challenges, chef, right? Especially this pandemic.
Yeah, I think it's a pandemic. I think one challenge I remember, I was in a big hotel in Bermuda Islands in year about 2000. And it's the first time in my life in a big hotel, I met some chefs who actually don't want to be chefs. They were just there, not very passionate. So that was a challenge to create an atmosphere to the kitchen that they get all excited about cooking. I think what I did is first standardize the operation well, so it's very comfortable and more stress-free place to work, and then order different kind of exciting ingredients and keeps the menus changing, because that's a way for everyone, for all of us to learn, and we can test some new techniques and ingredients together. And I think that lifted the atmosphere in the kitchen.
That's exciting, chef. That sounds exciting working for you that way. Thank you for that. Let's go to Chef Karen. Hi, Chef Karen.
Hi, good morning. And good afternoon.
So my question for you, so my question for you is, did you encounter any challenges in your journey to becoming a professional chef that you are a foreigner in that country, especially you're a woman, right? So it's like for me harder to step up, doubly challenging.
Yeah, it's at the beginning, it's very difficult because you have to prove yourself. And like what you said, being a woman, it's always very challenging. Majority here in the kitchen are men, run by men, but it's getting more and more women working in the industry as well. So far, I built my career from the bottom. So that's the best part of it.
All right. Congratulations. And more power to us women, right?
Yes.
All right.
How about, can we ask Chef Ito again, what are the unforgettable significant challenges? Dito ko na, Chef.
I'm having a hard time because of that. You can stay behind the Chef Ito.
What about Chef Ito? What are the unforgettable experiences that you have or challenges that you encountered during your work?
Challenges experience, I mean, kitchen-wise, it's okay. Pero when it comes to my role now, it involves a lot of relationship with customers. So
something different.
Yeah, so it's not something I'm used to talaga because I would say I'm an introvert, so I'm not really good with communicating with people, having people. But then when I entered this kind of kitchen work, it involves dealing with a lot of people. So presentations, demos, training. I would say if I could see myself 10 years from now, I would not imagine myself doing what I am doing right now. Eventually, I was able to build the confidence in presenting in front of other people.
But still, your job sounds fun. For me,
Yeah.
who love to talk to people, so
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
was
If you're really, if you're really into talking to people and talking
Then that's
to
fine,
clients, yeah, that's fun.
So at least we show the students who are here, that being a chef not only entails like
Working in a restaurant,
working
but you
in a
also can
restaurant.
work in a huge
different fields,
companies.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we can start with our cooking demos.
Yeah, maybe we could start with our demos.
Miss Jess, are you there?
Who's first on our line of demos? Actually,
Yeah, Chef Jay.
we have a lot.
Chef. All right, Miss Jess. Let's start with our cooking. Before we start this cooking demo, we want to again thank our sponsors, Rational Cooking System, Order Rational Ovens, Placement International, and National Blade Works.
So we really want to show you this video. So we want you to watch this video first before we proceed to our demonstration.
Okay.
Let's drop the baseline. Let's drop the baseline. Let's drop the baseline.
All right. Of course, we would like to thank our sponsor, Rational, for providing us with the oven here at campus.
I'm
So
so excited.
before we start with the Chef Rex demo, we would like to show how Chef Ito would cook, part of his dish in the Rational oven. So can you show the video, Chef Jessica? So
Let's-
Chef Ito right now is
There you
putting
go.
on the vegetables. All of the vegetables will be cooked, steamed inside the Rational oven. So that will be part of his demonstration. That is part of his demonstration. So we will be providing meals later on for our beneficiaries in Quirino Memorial Hospital. So Chef Ito right now is demonstrating how efficient Rational oven is. So in cooking all the vegetables at one time. So those are broccoli, carrots. We have peas.
A while ago, he cooked fried rice in the
Oh
Rational
yeah, a while ago
oven.
we
I
cooked
don't
the fried
forget.
rice inside the oven, so it was very amazing and it
Fried rice,
tastes
guys.
good as well. So Chef Ito later on, during his turn on the demo, he will explain how the oven works and how he would cook 80 portions of chicken at the same time inside the oven.
You can't imagine, guys. We can smell
can
it.
smell
Here.
it
It's
here,
such a
so-
torture. All right, maybe we can
Thank you so
proceed.
much, Chef
Thanks,
Ito.
Chef
So-
Ito.
Maybe we can proceed with our demonstration for Chef Rex.
Hi guys, it's me, Chef Rex. Thanks for having me a part of your webinar. I'm really honored to be here. So we're going to do something really quick and simple for you. I wanted to try and do something that I could almost reenact as if this was a live show. So I'm going to do a pork chop tocino, something very quick. What I have here is pork chops marinated in our tocino mix. So in the tocino mix, it's got pineapple, soy, garlic, star anise, soft brown sugar, a little bit of vinegar. So I've got some thin pork chops here. I've just drained it from the marinade. We're gonna just remove some of the excess garlic, and I've got it in a tray of oil. So we're gonna grill it really quickly, and then this is gonna go in the oven just for a few minutes because they're quite thin. So I've got these tocino here on the oil. I've got my pan here nice and hot, so we're gonna get that straight on now. So they're already seasoned. We're just going to get a nice grill mark on the tocino. Nice hot pan, just to get the bar mark for presentation. So these are quite thin. I would say when you do it for yourself with using the rationale, the pork chops that you want to do are quite thick, like an inch thick, so that they have more time to cook in the oven slowly. But these will cook quite quickly. You can see the bar marks there. I'm just going to flip it over. About 30 seconds. We also need to render some of the fat in the pan. So we have fat on the top there that we need to quickly seal. So we're gonna quickly seal that just for a few seconds. And I'm gonna put it straight into a tray. I'm gonna get some of the marinade now that I've got left over. I'm going to put it to deglaze this pan. So we're going to get some of that lovely cooking juices in the pan there. Going to quickly boil that. And then this is going to go into our oven so you can see the lovely grill marks there. We're going to put this tocino marinade once we boil it for a few seconds. This is going to reduce down, and this is going to go into our oven. So as you can see, the sauce is coming to a boil. We're going to reduce this now right down to like sort of like a sticky glaze. That sticky glaze that you find when you have your pork tocino. So while that's deglazing on the low heat, I'm going to lower it down a bit. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to take our salsa ingredients. So as you can see, I've had to have a little head start and I've peeled some of the ingredients. So I've got some pineapple, some cucumber, some red onions, some chili, and some spring onions. So we're going to just start that now. This is going. So we'll start with this. I only need a little bit for this plate. This for rubbish. So the cucumber is going to take the seeds out. And because the pork chop that's in the oven is about 200 degrees Celsius. So that's going to cook the meat, and it's also going to start to caramelize a little bit of the marinade that was on top of it. So we've got our cucumber there. We're going to start dicing that. We don't want it too small. I like quite chunky pieces when I do a little salsa. So nice sort of large sticks, and then a nice little dice as well. think for this, even just that one piece will be enough for now. We've got some pineapple here, which I've peeled. So I've peeled it already, just need to take what I need. So I'm going to cut, again, a few nice pieces. And because it's pineapple salsa, we want a little bit more of the pineapple than everything else. So I'm going to keep them fairly big. And I'll say in about a minute that pork chop's probably going to be ready, because it's going to need to rest as well in some of the juice. So you can see I've got a few things on the go. I've got my sauce going, reducing. I've got the pineapple salsa that we're making now, and I've got the pork chop, which is about to come out of the oven and hopefully rest and stay nice and juicy. So we've got pineapple and cucumber there. Take a little bit of red onion, and we're going to fine dice the onion. We're going to do it really fine. It's not going to be chunky like the rest of the ingredients. You want a nice fine dice. A few slices. And then again. There we go. Just give it a once over. That's in. So we got pineapple, red onion, cucumber. We're going to add some chili to that. And this chili, I'm going to leave the seeds in because I want a little bit of heat. I want like a pineapple and chili salsa. So we're going to actually just sort of roughly chop this into slices first. Take that, what I need. And then I'm going to just quickly roughly chop this after. And so those seeds and the chili flesh there, that's going to give us a nice kick to our pineapple and chili salsa. You can see here in the pan that the syrup is starting to get sticky now. The marinade is starting to reduce, the flavors are starting to develop into a nice glaze. Just going to pause that there. I'm going to quickly check on my pork chop tocino, which is now in the oven. It should be ready. Let's have a little look. So I'm just going to give it a little touch. It's nearly ready. It's a bit soft. I think give it like 30 seconds, a minute to 30 seconds, and I think that'll be ready to rest. Give that one more minute. I'm going to leave this off for now because I think that's nearly ready to go as well. So finishing off the salsa, I've got some lime that we're going to squeeze into this. So put the lime. That's going to give us a little bit of acidity. It's going to like freshen everything up. Very, very simple, nice and easy. And you can really do this to your taste, to your preference. So it doesn't have to be, you know, a very specific recipe. It can be more chili, more lime, depending on how you like to cook. I'm going to just grab a little bit of salt over here. Some sea salt that I've got. We're going to crumble that sea salt in. And I like to be quite generous with the seasoning for this. So it starts to break down the salsa, soften it up and combine the flavors together. So it's good to season it a little bit early. So that's the base there, and now I'm just going to add a little bit of spring onion for some garnish into that. It'll give it a little bit more bite, and the color I think will be really nice as well. So just nice and easy with the knife, slicing, using the blade, not chopping down, because that's what a lot of people do by accident. They press down when they should use the whole of the blade. So I'm going to take out the pork chop now. It's been about 30 seconds. And you can see there that just to touch, it's just got a little bit of softness. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour this glaze, which is now, you can see how dark it is. I'm letting it rest with the glaze. And that's our sort of our tocino marinade now reduced that flavor. So we're going to give that at least a few minutes to rest before we slice it and plate up. So putting that to, oops, excuse me, a bit hot. Putting that to one side. Let it rest. I'm going to take our radish here, which I've got, and put this to one side. have a little clean down. Just gonna have a little clean down before we finish off. Reset everything up. Sorry, I had a quick interruption there. We've still got a few minutes anyway, luckily. So I've just got my radish here. We're gonna slice it nice and thin using our beautiful blade that we've been sent from the Philippines. Thank you so much, National Blade Works, for sending this over. I'm just gonna put this garnish here to one side. I've got my salsa here now that's been seasoned and dressed with the lime juice. So we're just gonna mix that up. Letting that all combine nicely. And then we've got our pork chop tocino here, which has started to glaze up really nicely. So I'm just gonna grab a little spoon, yeah? And just sort of use that glaze, spread that glaze over. Make sure that the glaze is covering both sides of the pork chop. And that's what we want from a tocino glaze. We want something sticky, we want something sweet. And I wanted to do this dish. This is one of my personal favorites growing up as a child. And I wanted to do it in a different way because I think it shows that Filipino food can be versatile. So you don't, I think it's important to learn traditional dishes, but I think you shouldn't be bound to those rules. Like if you want to try and do it in a different way, you can. That's completely up to you as a chef and as a creative. So we're gonna finish up now. So our pork's nicely rested. I'm gonna just grab our plate, which is over here actually. Just give it a little dry. So first, nice and easy, we're gonna go with the salsa. And I'm just gonna go around the rim of the plate. Nothing too elaborate here. Just wanna sort of spread that salsa around to make like a nice little bed. Push it inside. I'm gonna take one of the pork chops now, we're gonna slice. So I'm gonna go with this one here. So we got a bone on that pork chop, we're just gonna remove that first. Nice and easy. So we got that piece, and then I'm gonna slice nice thin slices. And then we're gonna line that up again. So I'm gonna put that onto my plate now. In the middle. We can even put the bone just alongside. And then we'll go with our glaze. So I'm going to now glaze the pork tocino here. So we want a little bit of sauce, of course, on the meat, and then a little bit around the plate as well. Finally, some of the radish for a little bit of bite and some contrast around. And there you have it. So there's a pork chop tocino. So it's got a pineapple and soy and garlic glaze. We've made a pineapple, chili and cucumber salsa, and we've got a pork chop as our protein. So this is my take on pork chop tocino. Thank you guys so much for having me on your webinar. It's a real honor. I hope this dish can inspire you, the simplicity of what Filipino food can be, and what you can do with these flavors. So thank you so much. Take care.
Wow, thanks, Chef Rex. Interesting. Of course, we can cook Filipino dishes abroad, right? And it's nice to know that you're still cooking tocino, one of our breakfast favorites. All right, so you know what, guys, later we're going to interview them. So ready your question and answers for the chefs later. We'll have a Q&A portion. Also, I'd like to let you know that we're live on Facebook. So please share our event right now. You know, let's go to Chef Jasper and Chef Ito. Back to you guys. They'll show about, so actually now putting the chicken in the rational oven. Chefs?
Hi, chef. So we finished with the vegetables. Can we show them the vegetables? It's over here. So they took off they took out the vegetables from the oven. It's steamed already. It's cooked. So right now, what Chef Tito is going to be doing is the chicken. So tell us about the method, chef, that we're going to do on the oven.
Okay, so now we're gonna load in the last tray of the chicken. We're doing some chicken barbecue. What we're using here is one of the built-in automatic programs of Rationale. So all we did earlier was go to poultry, and then we select grill, and then that's it. We selected our desired results, the color of the chicken we wanted, and the doneness, internal temperature. That's it. So normally, when cooking on a traditional grill or traditional equipment, you would need to specify your temperature, your cabinet temperature, how hot your grill is, or maybe for some other equipment, your humidity control. But when using these, the Rationale, all we have to do is select our desired results, stick in the probe, and let's close the door, and we're done. Okay. So once this alarms, it's all cooked. So
How many minutes, chef? How many
so this is around, I don't know, 15 minutes, but Rationale will actually tell us how long. I mean, if you guys are familiar with like Waze or Google Maps, right? Once we set a destination, it gives us an estimate of how long before we get to that destination. So it's similar to how we're using with the Rationale. So right now it's estimating around 18 minutes, but it's not yet done calculating. So what it's doing right now, it's actually checking if we put in the probe. And it's after that, it's gonna check the load size and quantity. So it's gonna figure out how much chicken is inside. And from there, it's gonna determine the best, the ideal cooking path or the best parameters needed. So right now, it says it's gonna use Bombi mode at 366 degrees Fahrenheit at 80% humidity. Okay, so it will do all the intelligent adjustments. All we have to do is just leave it alone. Okay.
All right, thank you, Chef Tito. So we'll be back after roughly 20 minutes to see how the chicken is already cooked, and we will sample that later on. We're all hungry here. You could smell how wonderful the chicken is, and all the sides are actually ready. So back to you, Chef Trisha.
All right, back to me. All right, Miss Jess, let's show our next cooking demo. Oh, but first, let's see our National Blade Works video. We've been using National Blade. It's really nice.
Right, thank you so much, National Blade Works, one of our sponsors for this event. So let's move on to our next food demonstration. So let's hear and watch Chef Jaakko Sorsa will be doing salmon pastrani, a classic Finnish recipe. So
All the way from Hong Kong.
all the way from Hong Kong. So hi, Chef Jaakko.
And let's do it.
Good day to Philippines. My name is Jaakko Sorsa. I'm a chef originally from Finland, even though I have lived abroad since 1996 in a lot of exotic countries like Fiji Islands, Bermuda Islands, Middle East, and then I've been a guest chef all around Asia promoting Nordic food and Finnish food. Today I'm making you something truly Nordic from my childhood. We have a beautiful salmon. This salmon is king salmon from New Zealand. To be one of the best salmon in the world. And I will show you a technique what is very useful also for tuna and maybe also some other fish. Firstly, I will use my beautiful knife to fillet the fish, to cut it nicely. So this type of preparation or cut, we can use it for appetizer or for main course, and even for salads. So I want to make them to smaller pieces, and I take the skin off, and then I will cut it to a little bit round shape. And I will even cut it to 2 pieces because it's later on it's easier to pan fry and wrap. And there's 2 ways to salt it. One option is to quite generously cover it with sea salt. And then we will put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. You can modify the level of saltiness what you like. The other option is I make salty brine. So there's 18% salt brine, and normally what I do is I measure 180 grams salt, and then I have a half liter of water, heat that up, add maybe some fresh tarragon, toasted pumpkin, fennel seeds, and maybe some few black pepper. And then I will, after it starts boiling and the salt starts to dissolve, I will immediately add the half liter ice. There's half ice, and the reason is that then I can use it right away. And while it's now salting, we can do the searing seasoning. So I will use about 2/3 of fennel seeds and 1/3 black pepper. And we will let it toast so it start to crackle, because then the fennel seeds and black peppercorns, they will get all dry. So then it's in a blender, it will be really easy to make. Meanwhile, we can cut some garnishes and make like a little salad for the salmon. And for that we have a cucumber. I will just slice it thin. It's like a sugar salted cucumber is a very traditional everyday home salad in the Nordics. And I will put it on a tray. Season with quite a lot of salt and also some sugar. And we let it sit here for a few minutes. Then I have some red radish. Slice it thinly, and then we will put it in ice water. And after a while in ice water, they will start to get this beautiful kind of like a curvy shape. Then I have other Nordic favorites. We don't only use fennel seeds, but we use fennel. And we will slice it thinly, and it's not cooked, it's served raw. And from inside the fennel, you want to use or cut it in a way that you can see these beautiful textures. So what I mean is this side is a little bit less pretty. In here we have a little bit more curves. So we will slice it this way. There we go. And the fennel we will also season with some salt. Other way would be to put it also in ice water, so it's nice and quite crunchy. But then you need to have it basically in like paper thin. Meanwhile, our seasoning is ready, and basically I would use this kind of regular blender with the heat-proof cabinet to blend it. To save some time, I have made some seasoning already. We call it the FNB seasoning, as it has fennel and black pepper. And now I have previously brined some salmon. So this has been in the 18% salt brine for 15 minutes. So it has flavor already inside, and you can see the texture is much firmer now. Brining is a very nice way to season salmon. Of course, good for many things, meat and fish and chicken as well. But in this way we can kind of make sashimi, but a little bit more flavor inside. So I will take some of my FNB seasoning. Roll the salmon around. And shake any excess back to the tray. Then I put it on the pan. I want to have very hot pan, so let's heat it up just a little bit more. We're going to sear it just about 5 seconds on each side. Right, that looks promising. So we really want to leave it basically raw inside, but of course it doesn't really, it has much more flavor at the brining. And in the brine I often put tarragon, sometimes thyme, all different kind of seasonings. Once this cool down just a little bit, I will wrap it tightly in cling film. This will make it take some more shape and it's easy to cut. Like this. And you don't need to turn these endings around. It doesn't need much pressure. It's also, especially now with warm, it will just maybe overcoat. And when you this, I call it salmon pastrami, but when it's at this stage, now you could basically freeze it, and because now it's super fresh. After this salt grinding and searing, it's good to freeze. But normally I just make some freshly and use it right away. So we leave it here for a bit. Meanwhile, we can make a sauce. This is my mother's signature sauce. In our family in Finland, we have a salmon every Saturday since I can remember. And even now when I go home, sometimes to visit my parents and brothers in Finland, on Saturdays we would gather and always have a fresh salmon. That's baked salmon. And in a sauce I have a half mayonnaise and half sour cream. And I will add here a little bit of salt, add some chives, and some fresh tarragon. This one is also, it's of course very nice with dill. Fresh dill we like to eat quite a lot in the Nordics. I think the reason having there's always some fresh dill available is to kind of, if you eat something what is being quite smoky or pickled, it's a good way to clean your palate. Let's see. And I often add just a little squeeze of juice. Tarragon is very nice, and mix of mayonnaise and sour cream is very interesting, as sour cream makes the mayonnaise less heavy. Now I will mix our salad. So the cucumbers are nicely salted. They don't taste too salty, so you don't need to necessarily wash them or anything. Or we can squeeze some salt water out. Then we have the radish. This will dry first. We don't need to have any excess water in our cooking. And then I have some watercress. This will also go into our salad. Then we are almost ready to start plating. My plate today. Ready ready to cut the salmon. So this is what it looks like inside. And I will cut it with the cling film on, as then the seared surface, it doesn't break. But then of course then we carefully move all the cling film. Now it's still a little bit nice and warm, so it makes a kind of semi-warm salad, but it also tastes really good if it's cooked, if it's been in the fridge overnight. For the meat, I will put my sauce in the bottom. Salad on the top. And then finally the salmon. So salmon, of course, we don't want to hide it anywhere. We want it to be visible and striking. And finally, a secret decoration. This one is, I have boiled some mustard seeds with some sugar, about 1 hour, water and just a touch of sugar to get rid of the bitterness. I changed the water quite many times, maybe 3 times. And then I marinated the mustard seeds in the sugar, salt, vinegar liquid. Then there's some trout roe and chives and some olive oil pearls. So this will be the final touch to this. So this is right here. And the roe we put on the top. Here you go. Very Nordic salmon from the
Thank you so much, Chef Jaakko. That's a very interesting dish, Chef Christian. So
And the
very
salmon's so
interesting.
fresh, no?
Yeah, the salmon is so fresh. I love salmon. That's one of my favorite fishes. Do you want salmon, Chef? Do you like salmon?
I
Chef
like
Christian?
sashimi. All right.
All right. So before we go to Chef Ito again, while we're waiting for his chicken barbecue, we can go to Chef Karen for her demo. So I think Chef Karen will be doing a buko pie later on. So we would like to thank our sponsors first, Placement International, for our ingredients for this event. This chicken barbecue that Chef Ito prepared will be distributed to a beneficiary in Quirino Memorial Hospital. This is for our frontliners who are continually serving us during this time of pandemic.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice gesture. Thank you.
Thank you, Placement International. So let's proceed. First, Jessica, maybe we can proceed with our sponsor video first.
Welcome to Placement International. Placement International is the first choice for candidates who want to develop their careers within the international luxury hospitality industry in a meaningful way. With Placement International, you can travel the world and live a life-changing experience. If you are looking for a chance to expand your knowledge, learn sought-after skills, and gain professional experience abroad at one of the world's most prestigious hotels and famous chefs' restaurants whilst earning a stable income, then this is your opportunity. Placement International helps you seize this opportunity by helping you secure a position at the best luxury hotels and restaurants in the United States, Europe, and the Middle East. Our services include career coaching services. We help you analyze and find the most suitable career option at one of our international destinations. CV Design. We assist you in designing your professional CV in an international format. Interview coaching. To make sure you get successfully selected after your interview. Obtaining your visa. We will be assisting you throughout your visa application. Pre-departure assistance. Guidance with the preparations of your trip. In-program support. Supporting you during the duration of your program abroad. With over 15 years of experience in helping hospitality professionals from around the world, Placement International is determined to assist you in taking your career to the next level. We do that by providing you with our personalized service, tailored to your needs and personal preferences, which will enable you to achieve your career goals within the hospitality industry. With our Global Leadership Program, once you finish your first program, our team will be here to help you find the following opportunity that will make you achieve new career goals and continue your growth. Only with Placement International can you return to the US for an advanced training program and apply for a second J1 visa. Apply to our various programs and develop your career within the international hospitality industry right now. At Placement International, our mission is your success.
Once again, thank you Placement International for sponsoring our event this afternoon. So before we go to Chef Ito, maybe we could proceed with Chef Karen. She's our Norway-based chef. She's in Oslo right now, and she will be doing her version of buko pie.
Wow.
So let's watch Chef Karen.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Karen Hevroy. I'm here today to make a buko pie. Thank you CCA Manila for inviting me for this opportunity. So let's do it now. For now, let's start doing the pasty crust. So we're gonna have the butter. Just put it all. You have sugar, icing sugar, and few drops of vanilla. Then using paddle attachment, we start mixing it together. Our butter mixture is strained, so we can add our flour and a pinch of salt. Mix it until it's well combined. And now when it's ready, we have to put it in the tray. You can rest it if you want for 2-3 hours, but if you're in a hurry, you can just do it right away and bake it in the oven. But don't forget to preheat your oven before baking it. So while we're waiting for our crust crumb, we can start with our vanilla cream or creme pâtissier. So to begin with, we have to mix the milk and vanilla. If you don't have vanilla extract, you can use vanilla pods. And then on the other pan, we can mix our sugar and egg yolk. Then we have to put it in a low heat and continue whisking it all the time. So here, you can add salt and cornstarch. is warm, for it. So now our crumb crust is ready. So here, and we already made our crème pâtissière or vanilla cream. And then we can start with our sorbet. So I took it off the vanilla cream from the heat, and then we're gonna add some toasted desiccated coconut. And then just mix it all throughout. You can also add it at the end if you prefer it to give a deeper flavor. It's good to add it together. So for the last step, we're going to do the coconut sorbet. So we need coconut water, coconut cream, and condensed milk. So all we have to do is just pour it in one container. Mix it everything, and then after we're going to put it in our ice cream machine. But if you don't have ice cream machine, it's good to use PacoJet. But if you don't have, then you just have to do the traditional way and just keep it in the fridge for some time. Once all the ingredients is added, we can just put it in our ice cream machine and then wait some time until it's ready. All our elements are ready now, so we can start doing the plating. We can start with the crusty crumb. So you can put your vanilla cream in a piping bag, or you can just have it with spoon. So it's all up to you how you want it to be plated. But I like it to do rustic. Then just put it all over. And then I have this young coconut, which is the coconut that we use for buko pie. So just put it randomly. And then I have this desiccated coconut that I prefer to add it at the end. So you can drizzle some of it. Then I have this coconut ice cream sorbet that if you want to make a really good, nice shape, that you can put it at the end, or you can just put it rustic. So I just love putting it like this, and then a bit more of desiccated coconut and a bit more of crumbs on the top. And then I have this fruit that it's ready here, so you can just put some of it around, and then some greens. So here's the finished product. This is our buko pie a la Karen. I created this dish because it reminds me of my childhood. When we were grade school and high school, we always go to Laguna. And there's always buko pie that is available. So we always stop and buy. So when I'm here in Norway, it's one of the food that I miss most. So I created a dish that it reminds me of my culture and whatever the ingredients that I can find it here in Norway is what I used to create this dish. So I hope everyone like it, and thank you for watching. CCA Manila, thank you again for inviting me to be a part of this cooking demonstration. And my name is Karen Hevroy, and thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.
All right, thanks for that. It looks so delicious. And I'm so amazed that at least the ingredients are available there. Again, we'll interview the chefs later for a Q&A. But now, Jessica, let's put the camera to Chef Jasper and Chef Ito with the rational oven. The chicken's ready. So that didn't take long, right, Chef? All right.
Okay, so kanina pa actually tapos. So now, all we have to do is just pull out the probe, okay, and put it back here, and then remove the chicken. Okay, so here we have our grilled chicken. Now where can we put it? Put it here. And now all we have to do is just place it. So what we did right now, we did 80 pieces of grilled chicken in what, less than 20 minutes? Okay, so imagine if you had to do that traditionally, right? So you'd be in front of a hot grill the entire day and what? Sweating, turning, doing the same thing over and over. And here, what we did, we just placed it inside, and now we're ready to plate all of these lunch boxes or dinner boxes. Okay.
Thank you so much, Chef. So this is very interesting, though, how efficient and how fast that you can cook this entire meal inside a single, inside a single unit of the rational oven. You can cook the entire meal that we have here.
So we did the steamed vegetables earlier, and we also did fried rice. So, and then just last the chicken. So one complete meal, all cooked in one cabinet, right?
So there you go. So any of you are interested in getting in touch with Chef Tito, Chef Tito will leave his number later on the chat box. Maybe you can get in touch with his company if you're interested to get this technology inside your professional kitchen. Those of you who have restaurants or hotels that are watching here right now, if you're interested to get this piece of technology inside your professional kitchen. So thank you so much, Chef Tito. So we're very excited to distribute this later on to our beneficiaries in Quirino Memorial Hospital. Back to you, Chef Trisha.
All right. Okay. So let's move on, Chef, to our Chef Jasper's beside me already again. So what's next, Chef Jas?
So I think we'll go to our Q&A. So I think some of our audiences or participants would have a lot of questions
I
for
do
our
too,
chefs.
actually. So let's bring them back to the floor, Miss Jess. Let's highlight the chefs. Let's call on Chef Karen, Chef Rex, and Chef Jaakko.
Chef Tito will be here in a while. So hi, Chef Karen. I can see Chef Karen.
I think you're muted. I'm muted. All right. Hi, Chef Karen.
Hi.
Hi, Chef Rex. Very interesting dishes that you prepared for us this afternoon. We really love the tocino. We really love your buko pie. Chef Jaakko.
Thank you.
Very interesting dish. Very interesting dish with the salmon. Maybe we could visit you in Hong Kong the next time we were there.
He said it's a 3-week quarantine.
Maybe when the quarantine is gone, we can visit Chef Jaakko in Hong Kong. So,
right.
So any questions from our audiences?
You can just type it in, guys. But while we're waiting, please type in your questions. But before we wait for the questions to come in, I have some questions for them. So, Chef Jaakko, yeah, yes. Have you ever worked with some Filipino chefs in Hong Kong? There's a lot of Filipinos in Hong Kong. But have you ever worked with Filipino chefs? Hi, Chef Jaakko. Chef.
Ulitin mo yung tanong.
Right. So my
Repeat the question.
my questions for you, Chef Jaakko, if you've worked with Filipino chefs in Hong Kong. Okay. Hi, Chef. Can you hear me? Chef Jaakko?
Yes, yes, I can.
All right. So yeah, have you worked with other Filipino chefs in Hong Kong in the restaurants?
Yes, quite a lot. I've been to Hong Kong 17 years, and in my current kitchen, I have a very nice kitchen helper, Miss May from Philippines, and then also one hardworking young chef, Kevin. So I work with the Filipino chefs every day, almost.
So would you say they're hardworking?
Very
How is
hardworking.
it working with them?
Yeah, very hardworking. And during my 17 years in Hong Kong, there's a lot of people from Philippines in the restaurants as well, on the floor side. In my own restaurant, what I came to open 2004, there's still the same restaurant manager, Vicky from Philippines.
Yes, very
And,
loyal.
Yes, absolutely. Loyal and hardworking
That's
and happy.
nice to hear, Chef.
Happy is very important.
Yes, happy is very important. Chef, yes.
Can we ask the three of you and Chef Ito, what are your advice that you can give to to our audience who are aspiring to be professional chefs in the future and to become better chefs in the future? Maybe we could go with Chef Karen first. Chef Karen, what are your advice for we have a lot of students here that are watching and aspiring chefs. So what can you give them? What advice can you give them to become a better chef in the future?
There is no shortcut when it comes to cooking and kitchen. Hard work pays off. They just have to continue dreaming of what they want to become, and they have to develop, because cooking is always learning. I consider cooking is like a fashion. It changes from time to time. So you always have to be updated, and you always have to keep humble and continue growing and learning all the time.
I agree with that. Chef Rex. Let's take a pat.
For me, I'm listening. I think for me, yeah, it's having a vision or a goal. I think it's very important for a chef. Sometimes, as a young chef, sometimes we might not have it all figured out. So I think it is a case of just starting, and I definitely agree with Karen with developing the skills. You need the skills in the industry to get anywhere. So of course you need to study hard and really learn your trade, and then hopefully you can use the skills to get where you want to be.
Nice.
That's nice. Chef Jaakko, what can you advise these young aspiring chefs?
I think the attitude need to be very correct. That when you come to work, you are very alert, not too sleepy, and pay attention. Of course, smile, be very polite to the older chefs, and they will be, even happier to teach you. And sometimes it feels like, especially in hotels, that maybe you feel like feels like a boring job. Maybe it's like 50 kilos of spinach to clean. But then what you need to do is what you can do is try to learn your technique, how to do it faster. And once you have done your 50 kilos of spinach, next time you do 100 grams will go in 5 seconds. So it's there's no. Sometimes we all have to we end up in some job that maybe it feels like it's not exactly what you thought it would be, but in every workplace you will learn something. And even if somebody is shouting to you, then you just feel then you learn patience, and you can think that when I will be a big chef, I'm not going to be like that. So then you learn that.
Right.
Yeah. I can remember my first job in the 5-star hotel. My first job is to peel beans,
The
50
whole
kilos,
day.
the whole day. So
How
Chef
about
Ito,
Chef Ito?
what advice can you give young chefs?
For me, I would say it's stepping out of your comfort zone.
True.
It's really hard at first. It will take some self-motivation, but you really have to put in that effort. I mean, if you keep on practicing and you keep on stepping out of your comfort zone, you will just be surprised with what you've accomplished. It's not easy at first, but if you keep on putting in the work, who knows what you can actually accomplish.
That's a good one too.
Thank you so much, Chef Ito. So I think we have some questions. Yeah, we have some phone-in questions that's for Chef Rex. So Chef Rex, I think Sandra is asking, what made you decide to focus on making Filipino food in London?
It's a couple of things. That's a good question. So number one, it was so me in the industry. I had the early ambition to have my own restaurant when I was quite young. So when I first started out, I already knew that like I wanted my own restaurant. So it became a question of how am I going to stand out in this industry? What's going to make me, I guess, unique? And that's when I decided to look into my own heritage. So it kind of ties in with the other point, which is like food for me. Being born here in the UK is the only way I feel like I can connect to my Filipino roots. I was born and raised here in the UK, and unfortunately, my parents didn't really teach me Tagalog, so I don't really speak or understand that much. So it's been really difficult for me to connect with, especially even my family back home. So I think that kind of ties in together with why I sort of focus on Filipino food now, and I think it's a sense of pride in my own culture and heritage. So that's why I decided to focus on it.
Nice. That's a good one. All right. Another question here is from Jansen Christian Antiporda. He's asking if chefs, in your own opinion, what are the unique characteristics that make a good chef? So anyone can answer. All right. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear.
Chef
Oh,
Jaakko,
it
yes.
wasn't clear. What are the qualities? What are the unique characteristics that make a good chef for you?
I think like my colleague guest chef mentioned, is they need to keep developing, and it's in a big city. It's like I think anywhere the competition will run over you. If like our customers nowadays, they are so spoiled in a way that everybody has become kind of like food expert because there's so much information in the internet and social media, and it's like basically what I said to my chefs in my restaurant, that you need to make every dish in a way that it will be very likely photographed. So you have to pay attention and be alert at all times, and you cannot slip.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone
Chef
else?
Karen
Chef
wants to-
Karen.
Yes. For me, hardworking, focus on details, taste, flavor, honest food,
Correct.
Correct.
and go for seasonal produced, and local produced as much as possible.
That's right.
That's right. All right. We have another question from one.
Oh, sorry.
Chef Rex.
Chef Rex, go ahead. Yes. I'm sorry.
That's okay, no worries. For me, I think characteristic-wise, I think what Chef Jaakko mentioned is important. The attitude, and I think what Chef Karen said about staying humble, I think is very important, because in kitchens there's a lot of ego. I've definitely met a lot of sort of chefs with a lot of bravado and stuff like that. So I think staying humble is important, and I think it will get you far if you can do that.
Actually, that's what we do here, right?
Yeah.
We always tell the students that it's not only just because you cook well, right? Because we also look for the attitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
next
We have one question from one of our student, Marian Quinto. To any of the chefs present here, where do you get the ideas or creativity to make or elevate a certain dish? And what practice or habits inside the kitchen can you share with aspiring culinarians. So let's go with the first question. First question, no? Where do you get your ideas or creativity to make or elevate a certain dish? Especially kunyari, Filipino dish. No? Where do you get your inspiration to elevate them?
I think Chef Rex answered that a while ago, no? That's a good one though, connecting to your
Yeah.
roots. That's the only way you're right, Chef. That's the only way you can connect to the roots.
It's
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry.
No,
Yeah.
go.
It's culture and with your techniques that you learn from school and working, you just put it together and you can create a dish.
Right.
Right.
And Chef Rex, you wanted to say something?
Pretty much the same, actually. Yeah, I think looking into tradition and understanding the origin of those recipes, but you can only elevate something from stuff you've learned. So the techniques you've learned in culinary school and the experiences you have in the industry.
Right. Thank you so much for those answers. So I think we have one last question.
There are a lot of questions though, but yeah. Wait, let's read.
Have a look.
Okay. We're running out of time. That's why, sorry guys. So let's entertain one more question from another student, from my student, Carla Flores. Actually, for Chef Rex, very interesting question. How can you promote or modernize the Filipino dishes to people that are used to traditional ones, right? And of course, what does it say? Considering you're living in the UK with other kababayans. I mean, I guess he's trying to say that some of the kababayans are more are
More
very
traditional.
yeah, like they're a
Traditional.
critic, right? That's not
Yeah, it's a good one because like I've had those experiences here in the UK of I don't want to talk about it too much, but like people talk about the crab mentality, about like trying to hold each other back, and I think that is something that we do need to address more. I think like if we're going a bit deeper, but like I think if you really believe in what you're doing and like about trying to modernize Filipino food and interpret it your way, I think you ultimately shouldn't let anyone stop you from what you want to do. But equally, I think you have to find a little bit of a balance as well. So that's why I always kind of go back to respecting the traditional dishes. And I think when it comes to actually trying to recreate dishes, you have to have a little bit of story or reason as to why you would recreate the dish in your own way. So that it actually makes sense, because I think there are times when chefs do maybe try to elevate things too much and too elaborate, and I guess are focusing more on trying to impress people as opposed to like, no, this is just how I think the dish can be refined, or these are just small changes that I want to make. So I think it is a balancing act, and you'll only really know how to do that as you start on that journey. So that's
very interesting. Follow-up question, Chef Rex. From one of our students, it says, "Are you single?" I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. I was just kidding.
Currently, yes.
Currently, yes. Okay.
Well,
so
there you go, Casey. He answered
there
you.
go, Casey. So, all right. Thank you so much, chefs, for answering our questions and our participants' questions as well. So it's very nice to have this conversation with Chef Jaakko, Chef Rex, Chef Karen, and of course Chef Tito, that's right here in the
USA.
in the USA
Listen with
theater.
us.
So yeah, for those of you who are asking about the recipes, we will send you the recipes individually to those who registered in this event, together with your digital certificate.
Yeah, actually, you don't forget though first to accomplish the feedback form from the virtual event. So Miss Jessica is going to put that here. Okay. So please accomplish the feedback form so that we can send you the certificate of participation as well as the recipes that our chefs have demoed today.
All right. So to present our certificate, so can we have the next slide, please? So for Chef Rex de Guzman, the Center for Culinary Arts Manila presents this certificate of appreciation to Chef Rex de Guzman for his valuable contribution as a guest chef during the International Chef's Day celebration and food demonstration with its theme Filipino Cuisine to the World, paying homage to the international Filipino chefs, held on October 29, 2021 via Zoom digital platform. So it's signed by me as the program director of program manager of CCA Manila, Dr. Maria Veritas Luna, our Chancellor of Education, and Chef Philip John Golding, our culinary director. Thank you so much, Chef Rex.
Thank you very much. That was very humble.
Also wanted to present the certificate of appreciation to Chef Jose Dos Remedios for hi Chef for gracing us with your presence right today here at the USDA. Thank you so much, Chef Ito. Thank you so much. And of course, we want to present the certificate of appreciation to Chef Karen Hevroy. Thank you so much, Chef Karen.
Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this.
So much. Thank you.
All right.
And of course, directly from Hong Kong, thank you so much, Chef Jaakko Sorsa, for being here today, this afternoon, and sharing us your wisdom and your knowledge as a professional chef to our participants. Thank you so much, Chef Jaakko. So
Thank you so much for the invitation. It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So as we watch this video, there's a short video that our team prepared as a tribute to all chefs during this International Chefs Day. Let's watch the video.
Was the most exciting time for Filipino chefs, Filipino cuisine. We're developing students not to be just students, but to really be world-class chefs. So therefore, when they graduate, they're very much in line with the demands of today's kitchens.
We have very good fundamentals, this is to better and more efficient kitchen work. When we see that passion in the kids or with the students, it makes us more passionate about teaching them as well.
We do not baby them as much as possible. We treat them as if they were in a real job. We don't care if you're a good cook. I think also what's important in CCA is having a good attitude.
In CCA, we're very proud to say that we don't just teach skills, we also teach ethics and how to be a professional chef when they work outside. They will not just be line cooks, but also they will be managers and also owners of future restaurants. Dito sa CCA, we see that we should be always proud of our Filipino heritage. We always teach them that they should use locally sourced ingredients. We wanted them to be proud of our Filipino food. We'd like to see more Filipino restaurants popping out, coming from graduates of CCA.
We're very proud to carry the CCA brand. This brand wouldn't last this long if they were producing students that are not up to par with the kitchen standards today.
And in the 24 years, we have at least 900 chefs working, and we have many chefs over the years opening all over the world. So some of these students now are executive chefs, head chefs, they own their own companies, restaurants, so it's great to see the journey of the student over the last 20 years, that they want to come back and stand with us to continue that journey of producing the world-class Filipino chef.
When you are passionate about something, it's like air. You need it to live your life. And for me to live my life, I quit my 10-year corporate job to become a full-time cocinero. And the Center for Culinary Arts Manila provided me with world-class quality culinary education that propelled me into pursuing my passion for food and cooking. A flame has started burning inside me, and it has been burning since then. And so for all high school students or anyone who wants to take up culinary, go ahead. Live your passion. Flame on. I am Jello Gison, food content creator, chef, culinary instructor, and I'm born in CCA.
Hi everyone, Chef Lyle here. Of course, I want to encourage you if you're a student or a culinary student or someone from high school, and you want to pursue a life as a chef student, then I assure you that you should connect with CCA. You see, these masters can teach you something amazing. I know everyone can cook, but not everyone can cook with love, with dedication, and to make something special that can bless others.
I wouldn't start dreaming of becoming a chef if not for my mother. Her name is Baby Fernandez. She is a stay-at-home mom who devoted herself in cooking wonderful meals for our family. Through her, I saw what it takes to become a chef. She is hardworking, she is very creative, she loves making people happy through her food, and most importantly, she puts her heart in cooking even the most simple dish that she puts on our family table. So, as I live my life as a professional chef, I am fulfilling a dream not just for myself, but for my mother as well. On this occasion, it is my honor to give her and my fellow chefs a happy International Chef's Day. May we become steadfast in living our best lives as chefs. Let's keep all the people who inspired us, guided us, mentored us, always in our mind, and all their valuable teachings close to our hearts. So, in behalf of all the chefs of Nueva Vizcaya, this is Chef Jehan Fernandez Damasco, wishing you all a happy International Chef's Day.
Hi guys, happy International Chef's Day for everyone. And I always wanted to be a chef because I love being in the kitchen, cooking something really amazing for my family and friends. Cooking is my passion and it makes me happy. This is Len De Sales from General Santos. Bye!
What inspires me to be a chef is eating good food, enjoying the process of cooking right from my childhood at home with my mom. Also cooking for families and friends. Before CCA, there was a chef who asked me, are you really sure about taking up culinary? Because being a chef, it's not a fabulous job. Yeah, it's hard work, it's non-stop, but the opportunity to learn and grow, to get better, to improve, to make an impact, it's immeasurable. That's why I appreciate all of the consideration, time, help, and guidance of my mentors. Chefs, thank you. Happy International Chef's Day.
Hello, fellow chefs and future chefs. I would like to greet you. Happy International World Chef's Day. What I can say is now is the time to pursue your passion for cooking because good food has become an essential part of a person's life. You know, it has allowed us to escape this whole pandemic. It allowed people to travel from their homes and it brings comfort and joy in one's soul. So yeah, keep on cooking.
Hi, this is Chef Jay Resho, wishing all my fellow chefs here and around the world a happy International Chef's Day.
Happy International Chef's Day.
I wish you all a happy International Chef's Day.
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day! Keep on cooking!
Greetings to all the chefs out there.
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day, everyone!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Happy International Chef Day!
Happy International Chef's Day!
Wow.
Wow, it's a very we're very touched.
That's a nice photo
That's a nice
also.
photo. Actually, we took that photo. I think it
Just
was
yesterday.
yesterday. Oh no, that was on
The other day.
Tuesday. Yeah, when the students got their first Nice. So to do the closing remarks, we would like to invite CCA Manila's Corporate Communication and PR Manager, Miss Bea Trinidad. Hi, Miss Bea.
Hi, Miss Bea.
Hi, Chef Jasper and Chef Trisha. I have to say, you are very good hosts. I nominate both of you to be the official host of all the events next year. But I am doing this on behalf of Dr. Luna, who has emergency right now, and of course our founder, Manuel Trinidad, who happens to be my mother. So I just want to say, I'll keep this short and sweet because I think everyone has already heard from the most important people, which are the chefs of that we are celebrating today. You know, my unofficial title is really storyteller of CCA Manila. And what this really highlights to me is that food, from all the dishes we've seen today, from Chef Rex, from Chef Karen, from Chef Jaakko, Chef Ito, and also the chefs I see on a day-to-day basis before the pandemic, is that food is really such a great canvas and a great way to tell a story. And I'm hoping that everyone here today was inspired in some way, as I was, that to tell more stories through food and to always have a soul when you're cooking. And again, I'll keep this short and sweet. Hats off to all the chefs there. You work so hard, you work so many hours, you missed many family, friend celebrations just to serve the best food you can. So happy International Chef's Day, and hope happy cooking, stay calm, and always gracious in the kitchen. So thank you on behalf of CCA, Dr. Luna, and Marinella Trinidad and the CCA family. So there you go. Thank you, Chef Jasper and Chef Trisha. You will host all the events next year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Bea.
So it's been a good 2 hours.
Yeah,
I hope you guys have learned
was
so
really
much,
fun.
right? But we, as all things have to end. So don't forget to follow us actually on Facebook, on our social media. We have a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page. Of course, we have some Spotify podcasts.
Podcast, yeah. The secret sauce.
All right.
We would like to also invite you to our upcoming virtual events. So we have, of course, we were celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. So CCA Manila is now silver. So we're celebrating our 25th year. So we have a lot of activities, upcoming activities. So we have our kickoff on day 1, which is a webinar. We have our day 2 storytelling through food. We have our day 3, which is an alumni cook-off, together with some of our alumni who are working abroad. And of course, we have our COC, our culinary competition, our in-house culinary competition. So we would like to invite everyone to register and attend our virtual events, especially those who are our alumni and our graduates. We want to invite everyone, our partners and our feeder schools, our school partners as well.
Right. So the link will be found in the chat box, as well as again, don't forget to accomplish the feedback form so that you can get your certificate of participation and of course the recipes. All right. So
it's been a good afternoon, Chef Trisha. So
thank
I
you
very
for
much
my very good
enjoy hosting events with you. So like what Miss Bea mentioned, I think we are locked with all the CCA events to be host. So thank you so much again, everyone, for being here in the.
Thank you for joining
us this afternoon,
and hope to see you in our other events. So
our virtual events.
We have
Thank
to
you
say
so
goodbye,
much. Goodbye
and happy Chef's Day.
Happy Chef's Day.
Congratulations. Well done.
Chef, we miss you here.
Send us some croissants.
Or some food.
I will. Take care. Congratulations to everyone. Happy Chef's Day.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time. Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if